Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Mega Selling Artists Live here on Wednesday with me, Shawna St James, where every Wednesday I'm sharing with you all kinds of tips, secrets, and tools that will help you market and promote your art. So if you are struggling to sell high ticket offers or attract your ideal customer into your audience, right, to be able to get them where you can communicate them, this episode is for you. This is for you. Today, I'm really revealing how neuromarketing and sales psychology helps you sell more art. Why does it work? Why is it something we need above all else? Because the truth is, this is why I'm so giddy about it. This is why I'm so geeky and nerdy about it, because these are the sales psychology, neuromarketing are the tools you need that they layer underneath or on top, depending on the way you want to look at everything else you do in your business, your website, your social media, your sales conversations, every single part of your business. No matter how you sell, whether you're selling in person or you're selling online, if you don't have this, your business isn't going to go. And I'll share with you a little bit about how I know that personally, my personal experience, and a couple other things today too. So I want you to be able to unlock more revenue, right? So that you can have the business that lets you create the life that you love. That is the ultimate goal here in Mega Selling Artists. That's why we're calling ourselves Mega Selling Artists, because that's what we want to be. We want to be successful, whatever that success is for you specifically. Everyone has their own specific plan that they want to accomplish, but whatever that is, we want to be successful and be mega selling artists. So I'm Shawna St. James, and I am a neuromarketing and mindset expert, and I get to help artists. Really, I've worked with artists from all over the world take their business and move it forward by giving them the tools and skills they need in neuromarketing and sales psychology, so they can reach whatever business goal they set, right? So they can increase those sales, so they can have a life they love. And really the goal is to make sales a win-win for everyone. You know, a lot of times as artists, we're not really comfortable with selling for all kinds of reasons. For me, it was, I didn't want to be pushy. I didn't want to annoy people. I certainly was not comfortable with telling people my prices originally. So being able to sell with confidence really was a big hurdle for me. So that was the mindset part of it. But then there were also all of these neuromarketing skills and sales psychology tools that made a big difference. So say hello as you're dropping in, whoever's here. Let me switch to the comments here. I've got Jamie here this morning. Good morning. Whoever else is here, say hello as you're coming in. If you're watching this in replay, I get it. Not everybody can be here live, although I love having you here live. But hit hashtag replay. Just type that in the chat so that I know that you were able to see this. And of course, let me know what you think. I always love your feedback in regards to what I'm sharing with you, because really this whole group is about moving you forward. So the more I know about what you need and what you want, the better I can create content that's going to help move you forward. So feel free to share whatever it is your thoughts are here today or any day inside the group. And today I have a gift for you. So if you stay till the end, I have a little surprise gift for you for everyone who's here as a thank you. And once again, to move your business forward. So let's talk about it. Who here has felt like or does feel like your social media and all the work you're doing and promotion you're doing in social media isn't really working for you? Meaning that you're working hard, you're posting, you're active, you're doing everything you can to grow your audience and really attract those customers, but it's not leading to more sales. Even more than that, you're not getting that engagement. You feel like you're posting to crickets. Sometimes I hear you, like you're talking to no one, and the not leading to sales part, you're getting, the hearts, likes, the thumbs up, the ooh, I love that comments, but it's not leading to the moolah. Like the moolah doesn't show up. If that is you, I want to know. And hey, I hear ya. I get it. I've got 2 Facebook users. Good morning. I'm so sorry that StreamYard has not shown me your name, but I see you. I'm glad you're here. So if you are doing that where you're not getting what you want, like say you're not getting the kind of sales you want, where you want to be able to sell $1,000, $3,000, $5,000 pieces of art, but instead you're really, hey, Nicole, good to see you. You're only selling pieces that are $50, $25, even $100. And there's nothing wrong with selling those price points, but that is not enough to sustain us. If we really want to have a business that we can live off of, we need to be able to selling products at higher price points. So if you're not seeing that, I totally get it. And sometimes you feel like there aren't any more options, but I'm here to tell you there are. That's what we're going to talk about. Or maybe you are one, and I thought this for a long time, that the right customers, the good customers who would actually pay the bucks, just weren't on social media. Like that's just not where I was going to find them. So I was kind of barking up the wrong tree. If you have ever thought that, I totally get it. Who here has maybe thought that or experienced that where you're just working and working, but you're not selling? Sorry, let me turn off my messages here. Well, me too. Like I said, me too. That was me. So let me tell you a little bit about where I was in my business before I understood and knew how to use the power of neuromarketing, before I experienced it. Social media was not working for me. And I just thought, okay, then I need to have more exposure. Just more people need to see me. It's not working in social media. So I did what I thought was the right thing to do. And of course, this is what I was advised to do at the time by experts in the field. They're like, yeah, you just need to get into more art shows. So I was doing art shows all over the country, and I was spending a lot of money. I had to get my booth, the booth and the tent and the lights. And then I had to get a trailer to put it all in. And, I painted very large pieces of art. So I was hauling around 4 foot by 6 foot and 8 foot paintings in my trailer and going all over the country, paying for hotels, the food, the lodging. By the time you added up all the money that I spent, I was breaking even, or I was making a little bit of money. And sometimes if the show didn't have a good turnout, and there were a lot of those where, one time we were in Oklahoma City and they were having record heat wave. No one came out to the show. And it was so bad that the staff who ran the art show were walking around handing out cups of ice water. They had solo cups in one hand, pitchers of ice water in the other hand, and they were trying to hand out ice water to all the people who would get out of their cars and come. So needless to say, it was a very long 3-day weekend with not a lot of sales. And we were miserable. I was so sick after that, just from the heat. So all of that. I was building my email list, but my emails just weren't converting and I wasn't getting enough people opening them. And then I thought, okay, well, I don't have a good enough looking website. My website isn't an e-commerce website. Yeah, giving up shows. I find people want to barter. Oh, I didn't have the bartering experience. Shows, I love the in-person interaction, but that's interesting. We'll talk about that later. I'll follow up with you on that. But so then I hired a professional designer, and I made sure that I looked well branded, and I had a website, which if you guys are going to my website now, that's not the same website. It blew up. It got hacked 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. So that is no longer, but so I had that out there, and it was a shoppable website so people could click on anything, and they had all kinds of options. You could get it in prints and you can get it in canvas print. I did everything that I thought I was supposed to do on that website. And I still wasn't seeing the goals. I still wasn't meeting my sales goals. And I admit I had big sales goals. I wasn't just, hey, I'll be happy with $500 or $1,000 a month. I admit my goals were big, but I wasn't even coming close to them. And I had everything hooked up to my social media, and I was sending people, I was sending people to my website, and I was messaging, and I was posting, and I was doing lives. I still wasn't meeting my goals. I was working really hard. And I just want to know how many of you have been there or feel like that. I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one because I have spoke to artists all over, and they all have experienced some version of that themselves. Maybe it's not exactly in that same order, or maybe they haven't done all of them, but bottom line, all that said, they're just not selling, and their art is fantastic, and they deserve to have what they want for their art. So none of that changed for me until I started learning how to tap into the power of neuromarketing and sales psychology. Excuse me, I haven't even had breakfast. Those transformed my business. And that's why I get so geeky around it. I have an extensive background and education and degree in psychology. I didn't have the business part of it, but then I started, putting together the neuroscience behind how our brains work and how our minds work, combined with understanding our buyers and what motivates them, that sales psychology part. When I combined those, it was like, whoo, dynamite. It was powerful. So are you ready to learn why and how neuromarketing can help you sell those high ticket offers and just sell more in general? It doesn't matter what you're selling. This is something that everybody needs. It doesn't matter if you're selling cars or houses or, vegetable garden seeds or coffee. It doesn't matter what you're selling. Neuromarketing and sales psychology are part of the process, and it doesn't matter how you're selling them. We all need these. Everybody needs to be able to do this. So that's why I want to share it with you. All right, so here it is. Here it is. Who wants to know how neuromarketing works? I want to see it. All right, here's how it works. It works with the way our brains are naturally wired. You hear me talking about that all the time, right? So all the functioning and the way our brains are programmed to work, neuromarketing and sales psychology is effective because it works with the way your brain works. So here's the thing. It activates the 3 parts of the brain that are responsible for responding to, reacting to, and processing incoming stimuli, right? Incoming stimuli, meaning all the information that our brain is absorbing in all the different ways, right? So whether we absorb it visually or auditory, all those different ways, neuromarketing and sales psychology works with those systems, with those processes. That's why it's so effective. It's really about us understanding what motivates our customer to purchase, what motivates our customer to take action and buy, and about us creating messaging so that we communicate effectively so our customers actually hear that and are motivated to action, to purchase. That is what neuromarketing does. So here's the thing. It works with all 3 parts. And what are the 3 parts of the brain that we need to activate? We have to activate 3 parts in order to really complete a sale, in order to really complete any action that we want our customers take. Neuro, yes. The other way. You spell neuro the other way. All right. So here's the thing. We need to activate the instinctual part of our brain. That's the part of our brain. You hear me talk about it, that's that snake part of our brain. It's about protection and survival. We have to activate that. We have to activate the emotional part of our brain, the emotional part of our brain that creates all the feelings. We have to make sure we're activating that. And we have to make sure that we hit that logical part of the way our brain processes, where our brain is coming up with the rationale for why it's doing why it wants us to do what we want to do, the action it wants to take. All 3 of those, neuromarketing and sales psychology, bam, all 3 of them, all in one nice package. That's why it's so powerful. That's why we have to use it. everywhere we work in our business. And also, it's the reason why, bottom line, it works no matter what you're selling. Whether you're selling a $25 item or whether you're selling a $5,000 item, you can have all of that if you know how to neuromarket. If you know how to use it, tap into it, and also apply sales psychology to your sales conversation and systems, whatever system you're using. Like I said, I really have helped thousands of artists transform their businesses and move their business forward. I have one client that I currently work with. She went from only selling $2,000 last year to selling $85,000 in her first 6 months of this year. That's how neuromarketing can transform your business. When you start applying the right mindsets and sales conversations, the way you talk to your people, the way you message to your people, when you get that right, you're unstoppable. Who else? Who wouldn't want that? I want that. Do you want that? Yes. Yes. We all want that. All right. I haven't forgotten. I remember that I told you I'd have a little gift for you at the end, and we have a short session today, so we're pretty much at the end. But before I share that with you and tell you what you need to do to be able to get it, Art Boss It Up. Yep, I don't know who that is, but yes, Art Boss It Up. I want to let you know that, we can transform your business with neuromarketing and sales psychology. It's true. If you are interested in knowing how we can do that for you specifically, I want you to say yes, #yes. I will get on a call with you free of charge. We could talk about where you are in your business. We could figure out what's missing from your business and what we can do to get you there. I would love to talk to you about that. All you have to do is say #me and I'll reach out to you and I'll get you all the information as to how we can connect with that. I'll message you my calendar and we can talk more. Because really the goal is to help you get moving, get you unstuck. You don't have to keep doing this alone. You don't have to keep doing this alone. Oh my gosh, I did this forever. And I was paying for other programs. I was doing all these other things. I was paying for business coaching programs. And don't get me wrong, they were helpful. They helped me build my sales systems out to make sure I was covering all of those. But at the same time, I was really missing that activator, that one activator, that neuromarketing activator that was helping me communicate correctly with my audience and activating all three parts of their brain. So we can do that. All right, here we go. Here's what I got for you. It's really a tool to help you start tapping into your neuromarketing and your sales psychology. It's a mini neuromarketing tool that I've made for you as a gift because I appreciate you being here. I want you to be able to move forward. And of course, I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to hide it. I do all this because I want to help you move forward, but also because I want you to know that I have all kinds of other products that can help move you forward. Yeah, they're paid products, but that's what I would love to do. I would love to work with you in the future. So let me know if you would like to know more about that. So here it is. I need you to put in #woo, WOO. The gift I have for you is a words that woo, because we want to woo our customers. Now, they're not manipulative words. It's just words that help activate those three parts of the brain. It's that initial activator. Now, granted, it doesn't hit all three because I couldn't give you words that give you, it'd be huge. That's inside my program. But Words That Woo is a mini tool that you can use. And when you start incorporating these words into your messaging, and you're messaging correctly to your people because you know what they want, so you know how to craft your messaging to really target that and include those activator words, it's going to help you communicate better with your audience. So #woo if you would like that, and then I will message that to you. I'll send that to you. All right, I'm going to let everyone go today. Thank you for being here on this Wednesday morning. Hump day. We're heading into the end of the weekend. It is my birthday this weekend, so I don't know. I got to figure out what I'm going to do, but If anybody has any good birthday ideas, let me know. All right. I will be watching the list for hashtags woo and touching base with you if you reach out, and I will connect with you later. Have a good one, everyone.